Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm here with my G82 M4 and I've been driving it now for 30 days. And I thought, what better opportunity on this beautiful long weekend than to do a quick review. So, you know what? Let's get in and let's go for a drive. So, it's been 30 days since I bought the car, and, you know, I think it's time for a review. Living with a BMW M4 G82. What's it been like? So first of all, I want to say that the BMW car culture, it's kind of like Jeep culture. It's a bit of a cult. And you know what? I absolutely love it. I've never been a big BMW fan, and I kind of fell into it, got sucked in. Started with my X1, went to the X3, and now the M4. And originally I was looking for a 911. But when you get inside of the cabin, the creature comforts in here are absolutely wild. The seats are bolstered, they're comfortable, they're air conditioned, they're heated. There's so much carbon fiber inside of the cabin, you know, everywhere you look it feels special. We've got the M two-tone stitching on the steering wheel, which feels special, and you know, this car comes to stick, so that feels special too. I don't care what anybody says, yeah, flappy paddles are faster. I don't care. I'm not Mario Andretti. I'm not racing this car on a daily basis. I'm driving down the back roads. I'm going to breweries. I'm going to wineries. I'm going on car cruises. And you know what? I get to lord that over everybody with flappy paddle shifters. Are they even driving? Or is it a go-kart? Like I said, the cabin, fantastic. Car culture, fantastic. Big brakes, absolutely love them. But the one thing I hate is the big brake squeak, and M cars are notorious for this. I feel like I'm a choo-choo train when I come to stop signs. It squeaks that badly. It actually makes me feel like people are looking at me like I'm poor. Look at that guy, he's got a BMW and can't afford a brake job. I don't like that. Apparently, you can get the EBC or ECB brake pads, and that fixes it, but why do I have to fix something? And speaking of having to fix something, the exhaust on this car is absolutely pathetic. It is pretty darn sad. We did do a slight upgrade on the exhaust with the Master of Design valve controller, and that did help significantly. But is it where you want it to be? Absolutely not. So I have to do something with the exhaust. The front mount intake, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We've done a front mount intake upgrade, and on one of my friend's cars, we did a top mount intake. And you know what? 10 out of 10 times, I would go front mount, never go top mount. It just sounds so much better being front mounted. You don't have problems with hydrolock or any sort of water being sucked in. That's, I was worried about that as well. The manufacturers have guaranteed me there's no problems with that. Just don't spray a hose directly into it. So horsepower and torque, the car's got 473 horsepower, 406 torque coming from an inline 6-cylinder twin turbo. The power delivery is so linear, and is so linear. It almost doesn't feel that powerful. Now, when you get on the gas, trust me, it's got plenty of power. But it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like my old 2000 Saab 9.3 Viggen, where you had a bit of that turbo lag, and then it would just kick you in the pants. That was fun. And that was only 230 horse. This is close to 500 with the air intake, and when I do the exhaust, it probably will be 500, but it just doesn't feel like 500. Now, when you punch it, going 120 already, it will do the speed limit. Let's just put it that way. It'll do the speed limit. Speaking of things that you shouldn't have to fix, that front nose, that front grille. One too many bottles of sherry. BMW, do better. BMW, you can do better. Do better. Something else I really don't like about this car, and is so understated. Nobody really knows what it is. It looks like your typical BMW coupe. It looks like a 4 Series, and nobody really notices it. So, plus and minus, right? You don't really get noticed, so you can park anywhere you want without getting those crazy YouTube influencers doing wacky shit to your car when you're not there. But also, it doesn't get any attention. So then you have to do what I did and kind of zhuzh it up. So let's talk about fuel economy, guys. Is the car good on gas? Well, let's just put it this way. Mohammed and I and Shell have become very good friends. Now, everything's relative. If we're comparing this car to a Chevy Spark or a Leaf, yeah, it's terrible on gas. But I've talked to some of my friends with 911s, and they only get about 399 kilometers per tank. I get about 499 kilometers per tank. And that's with me driving it quite spiritedly. So the easy answer is it good on gas? No. But is it worth it? Absolutely yes. Miles per gallon, terrible. Miles per gallon, fantastic. So what's my impression overall of the car? Well, comfort-wise, it's not as good as my X3. Absolutely not. But does it handle better in the corners? Absolutely yes. Is it quieter than my X3? Absolutely not. Do I want it to be quieter than my X3? Absolutely not. So that's all relative. How does it handle? Well, it handles like it's on rails. Gives you a little bit too much confidence. And, I've never taken it out of the real comfort nanny settings. The nice thing about this car is that it has drift modes, basically. And you can actually set how much slip you want to let this car have. So even though I've had the car only for 30 days, I'm going to start taking away some of those nannies. I'm not saying I'm going to be a drifter overnight, and I'm not pretending to be one right now. But, you know what? If you have an M car, you want to enjoy it. So, I kind of want to start getting a little bit brave, and hopefully that's not the famous last words. In terms of practicality, the car's practical. It's got back seats. It's got a trunk. Compared to the F-Type that I used to have, got zero trunk. This I could go to Costco. This I could take on a track. This I can participate in the Saturn drives with guys that have GT3s. And I can keep up, relatively. Because we're all going the speed limit, right? So guys, what's my favorite thing about this car? It comes in stick. We do have to say that that is my favorite thing about this car. It comes in stick. What's my least favorite thing about this car? The brake dust. Absolutely, the brake dust. The brake squeak. The fact the brakes came in blue and not red. Kind of everything that has to do with the brakes, I'm not a big fan of. But we're gonna try to fix that. And so guys, with that, that's my 30-day review. Am I happy with the car? I don't think I could be happier. And I was not expecting that when I put my dreams of a 911 on hold. And so guys, with that, thanks for watching and have a good night. And we're back to civilized mode.